And I'm just going to wipe out these new emails, and the ebooks. I was going to say, too, it's like you may want to do some research on this. I'll see if I can find a particular site that might be good to do some research on, academically good site for the way that artificial musculature works and kind of the research is being done on it. I actually did know somebody. I haven't spoken to her in years, but she was doing actually working. Her master's degree was in prosthetics. But anyway, so that wipes all that out. That's fine. So let's check out Joseph's computer. So here's an email from David to Josie. Josie, as you know, we're in dire straits here. We need to fulfill several large orders for the alphabet agencies, the Typhoon being just the first of them. We depend on these contracts for a significant portion of our revenue, meaning that successful on-time production and delivery of these orders is absolutely necessary to maintain our bottom line. It is extremely important we make the necessary preparations to ramp up production in the plant. I'm going to need a detailed overview of this month's production schedule by the end of the day tomorrow. Sorry about the last-minute request, but I'm confident you know the drill. I have faith that if we knuckle down and pull together, we'll knock this one out of the park. Oh, and this is good. I'm not going to read through this, but it's a spam email from supposedly from Nigeria, which I'm sure at least some people out there have received these before in their email accounts, asking you to release account information so they can transfer funds into your account, which basically means, give them your account information so they can siphon funds out of your account for themselves. But anyway, that's just a cute little touch, the type of thing they'll put in here. Here's the DPD out here.
You Sarah's boy? What the hell happened in there? I thought you were supposed to handle the situation. You get out of the way and let us do our job.
How the hell did you let the bastard get away? You dropped the ball, pal. You better get out of the way. It won't be pretty when we catch this guy. If we catch him. I can't believe they made us wait out here while the leader of these assholes got away. Who knows what he'll do now? Where the hell were you in all this? Aren't you Sarah's security chief? Son of a bitch! I'd love to get my hands on whoever let him get away.
You're speaking to him.
Way to secure the terrorist leader, Jensen. Now the bastard's free to spread his lies and cause more trouble.
So the majority of them don't like me much for letting the guy go.
Sorry, Mr. Thorpe, but the target is on lockdown. I can't let anyone in.
But my wife, she's still in there. I need to know that she's okay.
You'll have to wait until the building is secure. Now back up and let the SWAT team do their job, please. I gotta admit, Jensen, I'm glad someone decided to send you in first. No telling what would have happened if one of us ran into that hostage room. Not sure we could have defused that bomb in time. Nice going.
Nice job securing the plant. I wouldn't have thought a security guard could handle this. Not even an augmented one. I was ready to come in here with a bucket and a mop. Glad to see I was wrong.
I can't believe they made us wait out here while the leader of these assholes got away. Who knows what he'll do now?
Oh, somebody's standing at the door.
You're the reason we were kept out of here. Great. I hope all your little secrets are locked away good and tight. Lucky for you, the sergeant won't let us near those Picus reporters outside. Someone might let the truth slip out for a change.
Since you don't know anything, what truth would you let slip out?
My wife, is she all right?
She's fine. A little shaken up, though. Swab will need to debrief her, but you'll see her soon.
I don't know what to say. I think I've given up on her. You're a true hero, man. I'll find some way to repay this, I swear.
There's no need for that. I was just doing my job.
Don't be modest. I didn't recognize you before, but I know who you are, Mr. Jensen. And I know you weren't supposed to be back at work yet. Thank God you are. I'll be in touch. Count on it. Seriously, I can't thank you enough.
So, maybe 50-50. Maybe about half of them appreciate the fact that I handled it the way that I did.
You made a lot of people happy tonight, Jensen. And not just the men in suits.
It's what they pay me for.
No. They pay you to put corporate interests ahead of people. You found a way to satisfy everyone. Guess Dr. Reed was telling the truth about you.
Megan? What are you talking about, Malik?
Before you were hired, she said the papers were lying about Mexican Town. That you weren't fired from the force. You quit when you realized Protect and Serve had become Protect and Serve the corporate interest. Nice to see she was right. You ready to go?
Yeah, get me out of here, Malik.
Your wish is my command. Climb in.
And I guess for anybody who's wondering, Detroit and Milwaukee, basically Detroit is on the southeast part of Michigan and Milwaukee is on the southeast part of Wisconsin. So they're about, a state away from each other.
New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So, how's it feel? Being augmented?
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
So here you got choices again. You can be interested in your augmentations even though you didn't choose to have yourself rebuilt. Or you can brush her off. Or you can be sort of wary about it. I particularly like this one.
I'm not gonna lie and say they didn't come in handy back there. But like you said, I didn't choose to get augmented.
So it'll take some getting used to. I get it. But don't be surprised if the boss keeps pushing you to get more.
Why? What do you mean?
You know how he is. He thinks augmentations are the be-all, end-all of everything. And he can't understand why someone wouldn't want to become more than human.
Megan used to say the same thing.
I'm not surprised. The research she was doing was pretty damn inspired. Might have convinced a lot more people to give what we make here a try.
If that bastard hadn't killed her.
Listen, Jensen. I know you want to find the men who attacked us, and so do I. If I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
So let's check and see what she knows about the first attack.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
Since obviously I got... I mean, I saw a little bit of it, but I was pretty wiped out there.
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us...
They were gone.
Whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
Did anyone else see them? The men who attacked?
Not well enough to get a description. Pritchard got some fuzzy images off one of the Intellicams, but his tapes were all confiscated by Homeland Security.
Homeland? I heard Homicide passed it over to Special Investigations. Detroit Special Investigations.
They did, for the first month. After that, all I really know is the case is still pending, and Mr. Seraph is not pleased.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
No, that was just timing. Hearings can be rescheduled. Somebody else can present Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Savchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
We're burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack was just to destroy Megan's research.
Sure looks that way. Mr. Seraph is hoping to reconstruct it, but it may take months. If he can keep us solvent that long.
I'm gonna find him, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right. See you later, then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Roger that. Good night, Malik.
Okay, so here we are back at headquarters.
Can you believe those fanatics? I mean, they think taking hostages will get augmentations banned? Still, it's getting pretty rough out there. Can't even walk into a limb clinic these days without getting harassed. Maybe the United
Jensen,
Nations should
back
do
to handling
something.
security around here? Because somebody's stealing supplies again. I had vials of neuroplasticity and a stim pack in my office, and they're gone. They didn't just up and walk away.
I think another thing about this, I guess I should mention. You notice how they just say Seraph employee. They don't even bother saying who the person is. And some of these people are actually employees. They have names.
Another attack? Can't wait to see what the Humanity Front says about it this time. No doubt Bill Taggart will cry innocent, then use the opportunity to stir up more controversy. You know he's coming to town soon.
This whole situation is going to hurt us, Adam. If it keeps up, the UN is likely to rule in favor of the industry regulation, and that will be the end of Seraph Industries. Don't tell anyone, but our financials don't look good as it is. One more hit like tonight, and he might have to consider selling the company.
Which is interesting that a janitor would say this, you know. So what's he been doing? Snooping around while he's doing cleaning? So here is a little access area with very high security ratings. And I don't have the passcode, so, and I'm not going to hack it. But that's also kind of a nod to the first game.